JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.
It's your boy, Mr. RTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos Uno Cuatro, Senor Dos Catorce, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. D Boy Can't Touch Me. On my worst day, right here with my partner, my dog, my brother in crime, my brother from another, Mr. JJ Solomon. What's poppin', my guy?
What's up, bro? Ain't no crime here. Don't get us. Don't confess anything online, bro. Ain't no partners in crime, bro. Them waves are looking beautiful.
Oh man, you know how we coming, man. Oh, they coming along. That's why I'm Mr. They gonna see how I'm coming in about 2 more weeks. Wave challenge. Spit Bucket, this is Spit Bucket episode number 47, baby.
47.
Huh?
47.
47.
There you go, bro. There you go, man.
Yeah.
Well, happy Friday. Happy Canelo-Charlo Eve. We got the big fight, and that's just what we're here to talk about today. Corey. What's up to Mark Nash TV saying peace to you guys. We appreciate you tuning in on this Friday as we're going to break down this loaded ass PBC card for tomorrow, man. Boxing's been good to us and boxing continuing to be good to us. But first, Corey, we were sitting here getting ready for our show today and we had some breaking news, some big time breaking news.
Man, hold up.
Unfortunately, this ain't TSB breaking news, but just a few hours ago, man, before we get into the PBC card, Mike Coppinger tweeted, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk have signed contracts for undisputed heavyweight championship fight in Saudi Arabia. Fight could take place December 23rd or sometime in January, sources say. We obviously got Francis Ngannou October 28th. Fury came out and tweeted it right after, but since we've clipped everything up for this, there's been everybody tweeting it, man, and this is a real deal. Huge, dog, huge. I was discussing with Fury taking this Ngannou fight. I know the money's there. But this kind of makes me shut up a little bit because this is what we've been looking for. Corey, what do you think?
Oh, I love it, man. Like you stated earlier, this is a great way to end the year out with a successful 2023 in boxing. Like this Ngannou fight today, seriously, this is just really like a sparring match. This is really like knocking off the feathers against a guy like Ngannou, then going back in a training camp. Because he ain't really take this training camp seriously. Fury could train for 3 weeks in boxing or 2 weeks. Fury don't even got to train number 1 week, and he could beat Ngannou in a boxing match. But I'm grateful as a boxing fan, knowing that we're going to end the year or start the beginning of the year if everything go as planned. They say December 23rd, Christmas weekend. So I think that's beautiful, bro.
Bro, I love it, dog. I love it. And then I don't know if you've seen the Ngannou and Carlos Takam. Shout out to Mr. Carlos Takam, former guest.
Salute, Carlos.
But yeah, dog, there was some sparring footage. That wasn't even sparring. But I mean, Carlos Takam was just kind of like not even really giving no movement, and just Ngannou looked confused. That fight made that little clip video made me think or confirm for me that this Fury Ngannou thing is a money grab. I get like Bud Crawford said when they asked him, what chances do you give Ngannou? 0. But all that goes away. Fury, Usyk, this is huge. If it's December 23rd, we did a little something over here, a little Christmas and early Christmas. The Spit Bucket is ready. Yeah. We're ready for our Christmas, baby, if that happens on the 23rd. But it's early. We haven't really had a chance to break it down. We just wanted to throw that out to you. But preliminary picks, Corey, who do you think? Fury, Usyk?
Oh, I got Tyson Fury, man. I think he been the best heavyweight of this era when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, had his problems, came back and showed that he was still that guy. Shout out to Alexander Usyk, so I can't do nothing but give mad respect to him. And JJ honestly, I think Alexander Usyk is going to really give Fury probably the toughest fight of his career. But I just think with Fury being as skillful on his feet, just like Usyk is, but
Mhm.
being a way bigger man,
Yeah.
JJ, I think that's going to be too much. My thing is, yeah, Alexander Usyk, you fought a guy like Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua was a guy who started boxing late. JJ Fury been boxing since
Mhm.
he was a kid, right?
He's named after Mike Tyson. Like that's all you gotta say. Like it's in his DNA, bro. So I'm with you. I'm picking Fury. I think the world of Usyk. I think Usyk is the shit. But it just comes down to size for me for these two dog. Very similar skill sets. Both can move. Both can box. But we saw Dubois expose that body. So who knows? Maybe that's all Fury needed to see just to make it official. I don't think Fury is ever scared. I just think Fury doesn't want to commit to a full camp. No, he's rich as what. So yeah, dog. Well, just wanted to break that out to everybody. Let's check his comments before we jump in. What's up, Mark Nash? Again, appreciate it. Congrats on the baby, dog. We excited. Thank you, sir. Mark Nash also says IO better not have no S curl on there to get no waves. Shout out to Al Money. What's going on, brother?
Al Monday, what's poppin'?
But what we're here to really do on this Friday before September 30th is to break down the big PBC card tomorrow. We got Canelo-Charlo, Lubin Ramos, Ugas Barrios. But let's start. I won't say let's start from the bottom, but let's start from early in the card. And let's start with somebody we've been anticipating for a long, long time. We've watched this little boy grow up, and it's going to be the debut of Carmel Moten, bro. I don't know if it gets more. We haven't had an amateur come out in a long time, an American amateur especially, come out with this type of buzz. Floyd Mayweather's been talking about him since he was a kid. There you see him and Floyd. Dog, 133-2 in amateurs. Dude's an 18-time national champion. He's done it all, dog. Are you excited? What are your thoughts?
Oh man, this kid right here. Look, Jay, like you said, we've been hearing about this. He's still a kid, but he's a grown man now, really. But we've been hearing about this almost grown man or grown man, just turned grown man since he was a little bitty kid, JJ.
Yep.
Like it speaks for itself. 133-2, 18 national championships, JJ. Everything this dude do that we done seen thus far is impeccable.
Mhm.
And the way he has been brought up, JJ. One thing I have to respect about the sport of boxing, you have some fighters where it's easy for them to come in and, if they not had as many amateurs fights. But one thing his team did with him, along with Floyd Mayweather, was make sure that this guy in Carmel was as polished as it come, and they made sure he had enough amateur tournaments and fights before they brought him to the pros. And when you look at him, JJ, he's ready.
He's pro ready, dog. He's pro ready, and he's been pro ready for a minute. And they're not rushing him. Kind of a Floyd Mayweather thing, not to rush him, but he'll be taking on 4-0 Ezekiel Flores. I know Mayweather was hinting about the Lee Wood possibility for a belt. Let's tap the brakes a little bit. Let's let this guy get what it feels like to be on a super card like that. I don't think he's going to be televised, though, but still, y'all keep y'all's eye on him. We're not saying we discovered him, but we've watched him for a long, long, long time. A lot of people would say they watched him for a long, long time. If you haven't, this is your chance. Just go look him up, IG, Twitter, on Facebook. Look up his work, man. So that's the first thing we wanted to touch on. Good luck to Carmel. This is the first big fight he's on, and I can't wait to be talking about him for years and years to come. Moving right along, bro. Another one that we're going to touch on just a little bit because, I already know what to make of his career. But Frank Sanchez, the Cuban heavyweight, 22-0, fight for Reynoso, so it makes sense why we see him on the card. He beat Effie Ajagbe, but we haven't really seen him since then. He's fighting a 17-5 Scott Alexander. There was a lot of buzz for Frank for a bit, but he's going to be on the card. You got any thoughts on Frank Sanchez?
I'm just happy to see him back because if you look at the guy Frank Sanchez, you can really see he do have skill. So I'm happy he's back. I don't know what happened, why we ain't seen him back sooner. For him in his last fight to be a guy like Effie.
No, he has fought since the job, but he's been fighting kind of nobody since Effie. Effie was going to be at launch with that, yeah.
Well, yeah, since Effie
yeah.
Ajaba, but it's just like I'm just glad he's staying active, right? But to your point, it's time to see him step it up now. How old is this guy?
Shit,
For instance, and he up there a little bit.
He's not. He's in his 20s. I thought he was
in his 20s.
I'm pretty sure. Hey,
I thought he was in the start, but anyway, it's time for him to step it up now. 22-0. He underrated no so, but hey, you know, being underrated no so, you got to salute the camp. I guess they bringing him up the right way. They're gonna make sure he all the way done. He has this technique and that technique. That could be it. But in my eyes, 22-0.
He's 31.
He's 31. Okay, you beat a guy like it's time ain't on this side. You beat a guy like Effie or Jebby. Now, what's popping? You know, Zhang. How you say his name, JJ?
Yeah, Zhang. I'm just gonna call him Zhang. I'm gonna call him Zhang Gina.
Yeah, Big Zhang come from out of nowhere. Now he more popular than you, and you been around making buzz. So that just shows me the difference right there. But he on this card, right?
He's on the card, yes, sir.
So yeah, that make a big deal.
The heavyweight division can change like this. We saw it with Andy Ruiz, made a giant name for himself. So Frank Sanchez can get serious. I mean, you working with Canelo's team. How much more of a launching pad do you need? You got the Cuban background. Let's put it together. Maybe we see something out of him. I don't know, but it's time to not be fighting somebody named Scott Alexander that's 17-5 when there's a whole world of heavyweights out there that we can see. So we'll see what happens with him and how that looks tomorrow. All right, now moving on, dog. We've got the it's not the co-main event, but we're going to jump right into the Erickson Hammer Lubin fight. Erickson Hammer Lubin against Jesus the Mono Ramos. This will be Jesus Ramos' toughest fight to date. He's got a lot of buzz coming. 20-0. He looks excellent against Joey Spencer. You know, Joey was making a comeback, creating some little social media buzz. His pops was hyping him up, and Ramos put an end to that. Ramos had a unanimous decision against Brian Mendoza, who we just saw knock out Fundora in devastating fashion. So, dog, this is a big-time step up for Ramos. We know Erickson Lubin. He was right there contending for the belts before. He's trying to reignite his career. I'm going to go ahead and say that this fight, in my opinion, could be the fight of the night, dog, including the main event.
Yeah, I'm with you, JJ, because when you look at both fighters, this is Ramos' time to arrive. And in Erickson Lubin case, this is like a crossroads fight for him, seriously. Like Lubin, if you want to be where you want to be, you can't lose this fight. And when I look at Ramos, if you're trying to be where you need to be the guy like Lubin to really make us open our eyes and pay attention. So I'm with you, JJ. In this fight right here, besides the main fight, I'm definitely interested in this fight because this is a big fight on both sides. Ramos, have you arrived? Lubin, is this the end?
Facts, bro. This is a southpaw versus southpaw matchup. We saw, speaking of Fundora, we saw Fundora stop Lubin, but that wasn't no easy walk in the park for Fundora. That fight, a lot of people had that as their fight of the year. That fight was brutal. Now you got southpaw versus southpaw. These guys do not mind throwing hands, dog. So we could see an all-out war tomorrow. This could be that Mexican-style type fight that
I'm picking Ramos.
You picking Ramos?
I think look, I like Erickson Lubin. Right, I do like him, and I ain't saying he can't win this fight. Mm-hmm. But when I look at a guy like Ramos, after just really paying attention to him, I think Ramos got what it takes, JJ. I think he's going to be victorious on this night. Now, I'm not saying Lubin can't win this fight because Lubin do got power. Mm-hmm. But we done seen Lubin get hit with some big shots. We done seen him get stopped.
Wars, bro.
And I just don't know. It's yet to be determined, but in my opinion, I'm favoring Ramos to get past Lubin in this matchup. Hey, I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, this one's a toss up, dog. Yeah, you give Lubin the experience factor. He's been in there with the main event guy in Canelo-Charlo. He again the war against Fundora. He's been he's been around longer, and his losses have been, you know, to a champion Charlo and to somebody like Fundora who he threw everything but the kitchen sink at him. But then you got Ramos, who sparred with Bud, bro. He sparred with Crawford. That for me automatically elevates you a few levels. How hungry is he? He's super hungry. Erickson's been here before. So for those couple reasons, the hunger, the buzz, the power, the youth, I'm gonna go with Ramos as well, bro. I'm gonna give the edge to Ramos. One would surprise me one bit to see Erickson Lubin get his career started back up. But for this fight, I'm gonna be picking Ramos, man. So it's 1-1. We're both picking Ramos on this one. Yep. We didn't make a pick for Kamel Moten. You want to make a pick for Kamel?
Oh, I got Kamel easy. You know, whoever this dude is who in front of him, it's gonna be a short night.
Ezekiel Flores. Somebody's always got to go. So,
it's gonna be a short night.
All right. Let's move this along, bro. Now, we just saw, me and you, we had an opportunity to see this guy last year live against Errol the True Spence. We got Ugas, Jordanis Ugas making his return against Mario Barrios at 147. Ugas 27-5, 12 knockouts. Mario Barrios 27-2, 18 knockouts. Mario is still a little new to the division. I think this will be his third fight in it. Corey, let's hear what you got to say.
Now, this one right here is tricky to me, JJ, because you know how I look at the Errol Spence fight and the way Errol Spence got, beat up real bad by Terrence Crawford, right? And we don't know what Errol Spence is going to return ever. We don't know if this guy is going to be the same guy he used to be. So when I look at Jordanis Ugas, JJ, he took a pretty good beating from Errol Spence Jr. Ugas has been fighting for a long time, JJ. He got a lot of wear and tear on his body, man. I love Jordanis Ugas, JJ. I do.
Thinking. When I edit this, I'm gonna put the little
and that's why I'm going to edge him slightly, JJ. Slightly. Because you got Mario Barrios, who heard from my backyard in San Antonio, Texas. He ain't been through as much wear and tear as Jordanis Ugas. I get it. He new to the way, but he a fresher fighter than Jordanis Ugas. And you can see the skill level is there with him. You know what? I'm changing my pick, JJ. I'm picking Mario Barrios to slightly edge Jordanis Ugas.
That is interesting, bro. That's interesting. Well, you have, Ugas, retired a legend, and Manny Pacquiao. He put up a good effort against Spence. It was a good fight up until it wasn't. Up until his face got cracked. We saw Spence break that eye. Man, that's hard to come back from, It's hard to come back mentally. And I always talk about this, especially when you're already paid. Mm-hmm. By no means is Ugas sitting on Floyd Mayweather money or Tyson Fury money, but he's sitting on money.
A lot of money.
Said that it's so hard to motivate yourself when you're already paid. You know what I mean? He's got his money. He's got his lady. As far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure he's still got the lady by his side. He's got his health. So it's hard to fucking go in there and do it. You can almost say the same thing for Barrios, but Barrios hasn't had that big win. So he's probably still a little bit hungry. But I see the Tank Davis fight. I see the Keith Thurman fight. And I just think Ugas is going to have too much experience, too much grit. And again, not taking anything from Barrios there. I just think Ugas is going to have the edge. He's going to be a little bit smarter. You know, Ugas knows when to throw. He knows when to get in his shell. So I'm going to give that edge to Jordanis Ugas tomorrow. And I think the winner, yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's just an eliminator, so I'll have to double check on that. So yeah. So now that's you picking
Barrios.
me picking Ugas.
Yeah, and I picked the other. I picked.
You picked Ramos.
We both picked Ramos.
Yeah, Jesus Ramos over Lubin. Something else we didn't mention, that's a WBA eliminator, bro. So these guys are putting themselves right there in track at 154. And I'm talking about Lubin and Ramos.
We down to the last fight now, right, Jay?
Yeah, I was gonna take a quick break, but yeah. You good with that?
Yeah, of course.
Let's take a quick break. We'll get back and we will talk about the main event. And we're gonna talk all things the main event. We ain't just gonna blow through it. We'll be right back.
We all have battles. We fight. We train. We work. We persevere. And we celebrate. We are all one.
I can't do anything if I can't walk in my prosthetic. It's a lot of pain that I feel throughout my day. It can be very intense. Now I just put that balm over it and it will heal up much faster and it'll let the callus recover. That's amazing. It is a total game changer. I am hooked. I am absolutely, I'm just hooked.
Life is hard. KO makes it better. KOCBD.com.
Y'all go listen to our homegirl Paulina Fuller. Like she said, it makes life better. KO Therapeutics. Check them out at KOCBD.com. Use the discount code TSB10. Get to feeling better real soon. All right, so we went down the noteworthy. I mean, not taking away that's a loaded ass card. We ain't had a card this loaded in a long time. We went down the pre-fight, the undercard, but now let's get down into the meat and potatoes of tomorrow's card. Undisputed versus undisputed. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Canelo-Charlo, dog. The little Charlo, whatever you want to call him. All I see is undisputed 154 king.
Yeah.
Fighting an undisputed
Straight up
king.
Straight
You guys
up.
trying to make history here, bro. So I don't think in the 4-belt era, an undisputed champ is yet to defend his titles 3 times, and this will be the 3rd defense for Canelo. So we got history on the line. Big fight. It's got the buzz. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about everything, the event, the fight. What are we thinking, dog? What are you most excited about?
First off, let's talk about that gate. 20 mil.
Another $20 million gate.
Damn, Canelo. Shit,
Yeah.
Viva Mexico.
Mexico.
Viva Mexico. Viva.
You can't deny it, bro. You
Can't deny it, boy. The Hispanic Latino community for Canelo Saul Alvarez, and I just stand because he got all fans from all different colors, but we know most of his fans are Hispanic and Latino. Boy, they show up and they show out for Saul Canelo Alvarez. JJ Solomon.
Oh yeah, dog. He has that Floyd effect now too. So the people who want to see him get his ass whooped are buying in because they want to see him lose.
Yeah.
That's when you're getting paid, bro. When your fans are tuning in, but when your haters are tuning in. And we know Canelo's got a long list of haters. Sorry, it's all over the place. But dog, I'm excited. I'm gonna say this. When this fight first got announced, I was like, all right, Canelo doing it again, 154 pounder, big deal. I still feel that Canelo got way more to lose than he has to win. But, bro, this is going to be a fight. Jermell ain't coming in just to lay down. Like, Jermell realizes that this isn't just the payday. He can have many more paydays after this, a lot more. And we know Bud wants the Canelo fight. We know Errol wanted the Canelo fight. Dog, there's money, there's legacy, there's everything involved with this. So tomorrow night, bro, I expect to see a competitive fight. And a lot of questions are going to be answered. Starting with, Is Canelo done? Is he washed? You think he's washed?
Absolutely not. And Jamel Charlo is coming to fight. But when he step in that ring, like Canelo Alvarez said, he gonna see its levels to being inside that square circle. Jamel Charlo, excellent fight. I give him much credit, for everything he accomplished, but he not on Canelo level. And JJ, like you just spoke about, washed. You don't think that Mexican with the red hair ain't been hearing all this? Now he know English too. Now he know English now too. And now he could hear what everybody's saying, and he could just really hear in his mind how people telling them he lost a step and this and that. One thing I'm gonna say about Derrick James fighters, they walk on a straight line, JJ. No special effects, on a straight line. No head movement at all. And what Canelo Alvarez do? Canelo is a pressure fighter who is going to expose and break down Jamel Charlo with the body punches first, and then his head is going to be right there for Canelo to counter him and uppercut him all day long, JJ. Canelo is coming to make a statement, JJ. People don't understand. Canelo had a hand injury. Of course, he got beat up by Bivol. Then he had a hand injury. He had to get that fixed. He came back against John Ryder. Yeah, he didn't look the same Canelo, but he won. But now he way more healthier. You could just look at him in a press conference now and see that dude is. And I truly believe Canelo is going to come walk Charlo down. Charlo don't know what he got himself into. First off, he talking about a lot of other stuff that's going on outside of boxing that don't got nothing to do with this fight. We're talking about his brother and their relationship. I thought that was Bush League. He need to keep that behind the scene. See, so I think Canelo is going to really come in here. I think he's going to dominate him, JJ. He's going to dominate him. It ain't going to be nothing Charlo could do. Nothing. JJ, listen to me. Not a titi. Nothing.
Not a titi.
Canelo is going to come walk him down and show him his levels to this shit with the head movement, the body placement, the counter punches. It's going to be bad for Charlo tomorrow night. I truly believe that. Like I know, and I fell victim to that before, Jose Jr. Like when the fight, a lot of times I have when a fight coming up and it's a big fight, especially when you say undisputed versus undisputed, and you start feeling like the underdog may have a bigger chance than what you're giving him. JJ, no. The underdog in Jamel Charlo, if anybody out here thinking he got a better chance than what y'all think he got, let's just come to reality and know Canelo is a much better fighter than him. Canelo been hearing all the noise. JJ, Jamel Charlo is coming off a 17-month layoff, and then you went into a fight with a guy like Canelo?
Yes, man. So, all right. So when I love what you said, though. I love everything you said. All right. So when this fight got announced, in my brain, I started coming up with ways we can make this a good fight. I've looked at Canelo's last 3 fights. Ryder, Triple G, Bivol hasn't looked great. Something's been up. Maybe he had a hand injury. Maybe he's too rich and not motivated. He just hasn't looked the same, whatever you want to call it. But then, guys, and another thing, we've seen Canelo struggle against athletic type fighters, that can move, that could box, that have lateral movement. So in my head, I was thinking, damn, this fight's closer than what we think. But then, man, you got to think a couple of things, bro. Jamel was at 154 for a reason. Like he didn't. If he's been feeling comfortable at 160, 168, why has he not been fighting 160, 168? Right? There's, in my opinion, I think he's down there for a reason. There's something to keeping him away from that name at 168 or 160. Jermel's coming off an injury too. We've seen Jermel get beat in the ring. Like we've seen him just not look good before. We've seen him get exposed, is what I'm trying to say, by much lesser opposition than Canelo. Much lesser. Back in the day, before Canelo started to slow down, I always used to say, I hate that he didn't fight these fighters, the Charlos, the Andres, all those guys, Benavidez, because I felt at the time he could run through all of them. And then something's changed. But I say all of that to say that I think Canelo's back. I think he's got that fire in his eye. He's got that chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove it to Charlo, to both of them, Jamal and Jermell. He wants to prove it to that whole fan base that's been talking mad shit. And man, I've criticized Canelo not for his ability, but for his lack of his opposition, because I think he could beat damn near anybody in front of him. But he's gonna answer. He wants to answer questions. He wants to make a statement. And Correa, I think you're right, bro. Like, I think he's gonna break. I mean, those shots to the arms, bro. Even if he doesn't land clean body shots, he did it against Bivol. He did it against much bigger guys like John Ryder and Bivol. This is gonna impact Charlo. That work to the arms, the work to the body, and it's just gonna set it up, in my opinion, for a late stoppage. I haven't put out an official stoppage, but that's my opinion. Around 9 or 10 o'clock, yeah, around 11 o'clock tomorrow, we should be seeing it wrap up. So that's my pick, dog.
Right on the money, JJ. Right on the money. And let me add to it, coaching. JJ, for this year, Derrick James has been a great coach. I mean, he done did great things in the sport of boxing. But this year has been somewhat of an expose of the technique he teach. We've seen it against Frank Martin. We've seen it with Earl Spence. Because I thought Frank Martin lost that fight he was in, and this is no shade. I thought he lost that fight, JJ. Shakur even said he thought Frank, some other people said they thought he lost that fight. We know Earl Spence lost that fight against Terrence Crawford. That's clear cut, no debating. And JJ, Jermell Charlo is finna lose this fight, and Canelo gonna do it in tremendous fashion. It's just the coaching, like Derrick James, as great as we thought he was. It's the lack of ability for his fighters to have head movement, and they come in on a straight line, and they don't counterpunch or do all the other stuff that we see. Like you was trying to tell me that Terrence Crawford did better than Earl Spence, but I wouldn't listen. I was like,
It's because you're hard, bro. It's because you're hard.
No, I truly didn't think Terrence Crawford could do that, but it's been the exposed Eddie Reynoso is a way better coach, in my opinion, than Derrick James. Look at how Canelo has elevated over the years. Look what Canelo has come, and with Derrick James, I just don't think his technique of fighting is working anymore. That's my opinion.
I would say I would be 100% agreeing with you if there wasn't a man by the name of Guzman, John Guzman, there in Jermell's corner. I think he's the X factor for this fight. Look, man, Derrick James has had a fall from glory of the ages, bro. You're talking about the 2022 boxing trainer of the year. We gave him our trainer of the year. That was damn near unanimous. Just to see him and have such a bad year. And I almost think he just needs to take a quick break and go reset, man. Because it's just bad. And I'm glad he's got Guzman there to help with Jermell, bro, because he could add a new element that Derrick is getting worked too thin, and it almost seems like the same damn game plan from all his fighters. So I like to see what Guzman's going to bring to the table. Guzman, right? Gomez, my bad. Gomez, my bad.
That was his name, man.
Yeah, John Guzman.
I know. I thought it was Guzman too. Shit.
I'm sorry.
But like, to that point,
yeah,
like, what
Guzman.
You gonna do? It is Guzman. I'm like, what you gonna do in a couple of months? What is Guzman gonna help him with in a couple of months? Like, was there any clash of the Titans with him and Derrick James in training camp? Like, who is Charlo listening to? Is you listen to Derrick James or you listen to Guzman? And I'm not saying that you can't have them trainers, but this ain't like a Terrence Crawford situation where Bomac has had Red, and he has had the what's the Mexican guy name?
I always forget his name, dog.
I forget his name. He have had them
Yeah.
around for years. He have had Bernie the boxer around for years. Derrick James said he was everything. He said he was a strength and conditioning coach. He's telling me he was the nutritionist. He telling him what to eat, and he also was the boxing coach, and he was getting the game plan together. So who is Jermell listening to in that corner? But I do not think it's enough time for Canelo-Charlo to bring Guzman in that's going to help him be successful against a guy like Canelo. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it, especially if we see the Canelo of old, 2016, 17, 18 Canelo. That dude there, if he's angry tomorrow night, which I think he is, he's got that chip on his shoulder, it could be a bad night. But I will say this. I said it on the show before, and I just want to reiterate it. Charlo, a lot of people think I'm stupid when I say this, but the Spence Crawford fight was hyped up for 5 years, whatever. You know, that was a super fight, highly anticipated fight. I think Charlo can do bigger numbers in a potential rematch. A potential fight with Crawford. All he has to do is look good against Canelo. Be competitive. Show that you got some balls. Go in there and fight and show that you had a game plan and conditioning and everything's good. Because then the buzz is going to be Crawford, Charlo. Charlo looked good against Canelo. That whole damn Spence fan base is going to jump on the Charlo fan base if they haven't already. That could be a super duper fight, and I would love to see that too. So I hope so. Yeah, I don't want Charlo's fans and Charlo and the family and all them to get discouraged if you get beat by Canelo. It's Canelo. You know what I mean? You still got your whole future, but make sure you don't go up tomorrow, lay an egg just to collect a paycheck.
He a lion though, right? He said he a lion.
Hey,
he didn't say he a lion. He said I'm a motherfucking lion.
Listen, I'm glad you brought that up. There hasn't been a lot of back and forth. Derrick James hasn't called Reynoso fat for some reason.
Yeah. He leaving the Mexican guy alone, but his own kind, he attack him viciously. I want everybody to food for thought.
Yeah, that is true. That is something to think about. I might get in on that though. But there hasn't been a lot of sound bites. But ever since Canelo has learned English, that dude gives us gold content after content. You saw the Andre thing, and so I'm sure most of y'all have seen this. But if not, let's check out this quick interaction between Jermell and Canelo Alvarez.
I'm a motherfucking lion. I'm a lion.
Canelo Alvarez, you about to get in the ring with a lion.
Just tune in because it's going to be a great fight. And I don't know what animal I need to say to be the lion, but whatever. I'm that animal.
I am that animal. That shit had me rolling, bro.
And then you see Canelo-Charlo talking about I'm a lion, then smiling like he like I ain't never seen Jermell like this.
It's weird, dog. It's weird.
Like he looking at Canelo to see if he can get a reaction or something. He being super nice to Canelo. Like why you ain't acting like this with Canelo? Like you heard him talking so much shit about Crawford. I'm talking about telling Crawford he ain't did nothing. Why are you so nice to this Mexican guy? That's what I don't understand. People got to start looking at stuff like this. Derrick James, so disrespectful. At least me, JJ, I keep it even. I don't care what color you is. If it's smoke with Mr. LTBA, it's fire. But you got to look at the patterns. Look at Jermell. Like, why you acting like this, Jermell? With that, like, look at Derrick. Damn, Derrick, you friendly. You want to hand clap and hug and shit? What's up with that?
I don't understand. Jermell said it's the biggest moment of his life, so of course he's going to act professional. Canelo says, I think the moment got to him. I think I almost think it almost feels like Jermell is starstruck. Like I'm in the ring with Canelo. Almost like he can't believe it. He's being so nice, as if it's one of us chilling with Canelo. Like, I'm not gonna disrespect him. I don't understand it. Maybe he doesn't want to get Canelo hot, bro. Maybe he doesn't want to give him any extra motivation than he already has.
No, you right the first time. What Canelo say?
He said the moment has got to him.
The moment has got to him. Now, JJ, I will get Jermell credit. He'll fight him up. He ain't coming in there to lay down. It's just Canelo gonna be so good. But his mistake, because he coming to fight. There's no question about it. But that's gonna be his mistake coming to fight Canelo. He gonna come out, because like Canelo say, he feel like the moment done got to him. So when the moment get to a fighter, and when we do usually see this in a lot of fights, they come out early swinging for the fences and trying to, hurry up and get it over with. And with a guy like Canelo, that's not gonna work. But so I'm with Canelo. The moment seemed like it has.
Yeah, something
to Charlo.
Something's impacting him. He's being
because it's like if he would have been talking shit, just think about how many more pay-per-view buys.
Dude, I agree. Like people would be. Jamel hasn't done a good enough job in saying I'm gonna kick Canelo's ass. Had he done a better job of saying I'm gonna kick Canelo's ass, whether he believes it or not, he would have a whole fan base of Canelo haters believing his hype.
Oh, man.
But instead, this fan base is going into the fight like, well, Charlo might win. He might. They're acting the way Canelo is, like Charlo is. So if Charlo would have put a little bit more lion, a little bit more roar to that lion, this pay-per-view would have done. It's gonna do all right, but it could be doing way better.
Well, we know the press conference today at like 4:30 Central Time, our time, right? So hopefully, Jamel, push him or something, bro. Push him or something. Like do something. Like don't you like Canelo? Get in this grill, Canelo. Show him he ain't shit. Show him who the boss. Like that's the type. Canelo is Canelo. He don't got to do nothing, JJ. He gonna have his fan base buy for him regardless. Like Jamel, this is Derrick Jane, quiet, Mr. Clean, quiet. Like,
it's weird, bro. Hey, shout out to, let's say, General Bigford. Hey, Rook, where's my donuts? Hey, E-Thriller, the Black Pecan. I don't know the donuts. I think I might be.
He's talking about now because we're in the fantasy league. I'm in
Oh, I got you.
Fantasy league. Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. E-Thriller, the Black Picasso, with the $1.99 super chat. That's because he's third in my biscuit. Man, I don't ever like saying these guys are scared. I just think it's some. I think he's starstruck or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just weird. Canelo about to knock the Jerry curl and die out. I wanted to take it back to because you said Charlo's coming in fighting, and that might be the end of him. Here's how I see it going down, in the way I've envisioned it. Charlo going to be moving more than he's ever moved his whole career. That alone is going to wear him down. Canelo's body work is going to add to it. And by 8, 9, 10, we're going to see a winded Charlo. We're going to see a battered Charlo. Maybe not up here, but his arms ain't going to have nothing on him.
Yeah.
Since his arms have nothing on him, Canelo won't fear shit. Canelo's going to come straight forward. Round 9, 10, you can book it. It's going to be a knockout. I didn't come up with that till this morning, guys. So
I'm with you on that. I think Canelo want to get in here and show. Oh, what this is, JJ?
He said, no worries, I'll say it for you.
Say, I think Canelo in here to showcase his talents to all these fighters. Now he in here to showcase his talents to Benavidez. He in here to piss off Big Charlo because see that'll make perfect sense. I beat up the little brother, then I go fight the big. If he take that fight next, then the Benavidez. Well, we know he ain't gonna do that because they already ordered it for Benavidez. But he got to showcase who he is at 168, JJ, and I think he gonna do that tomorrow against Charlo. And I think it's gonna be over. What I don't know. I just think Canelo is finna go in here and just beat the living shit out this guy, JJ. Like dude already hold his head to the side like that when he in the ring.
When he put his hat on, bro. I was in that
man.
video. He's nervous. He's shaking.
Oh man.
I don't understand it. That's how I see going. And before anybody's like, of course the Mexican dude's gonna go pick Canelo. It's not that. Just like on the morning of Bebo Canelo, I called up Correa and said, hey man, I got a bad feeling about this. I was saying this was going to be a close fight until last night. In my head, I mapped it out, and that's how I was able to come. So I thought it was going to be 60-40, but no, I'm with Correa on this one, Mr. ILTJ and JJ.
Yeah. Oh, JJ, it's going to be so sweet.
It's going to be so
shout out
Buckler Boxing Talk.
I'll shout out to Buckler.
Between 5 and 8.
Yeah. Shout out to Book of Love Boxing to all JJ. It's gonna be so sweet to see my dog from Guadalajara, Mexico, and Mr. Saul Canelo Alvarez go in here and dominate Charlo. Like Charlo, just fight back. That's all I'm just saying. Fight back so that can make sense for the Bud fight. It ain't about nothing else, no color, nothing. You just ain't better than him, and I'm gonna let the truth come to the power come to the truth. But it's gonna be so sweet to see Canelo beat the shit out this guy who acting so nice. He playing Canelo so nice, talk to me nicely, like, what's up with that? This ain't the guy who I usually see talking shit, talking to his opponents. You talk to everybody else like that. You disrespect the hell out of Terrence Crawford and say this and say that. But now with Canelo, you want to smile with them ugly ass white glasses he had on at the press conference and shit, bro. I don't respect nothing about that, because if you're going to do this to everybody else, why you ain't doing it to him too? I thought this was the biggest moment of your fucking life, Charlo. Oh, what? You going to stay quiet? Ain't you been talking shit to everybody leading up to this point? So what's the change for now?
There goes that red shirt energy. I can tell when it's going to be a bad day when you got that red shirt. Before we leave, I heard through the grapevine, a little birdie told me that Jamal Charlo will be at the fight. So y'all clipped
I don't know. I hope not.
You clipped this out, and y'all stay here. But
I hope not. Like I would be nowhere near. Like, I know that's his brother, JJ, but you don't go on there and publicly embarrass your people who you love, your friends and family. That's dirty. You don't do that. You don't say, oh, this and that about me and my brother. You don't have your girl fighting his girl. Man, you supposed to be there with your brother after Caleb Plant slapped the black off his ass. You supposed to be there in the back helping them go find Caleb Plant and whoop his ass. But instead, Jamel, you want to have your girl fighting his girl, then you want to say publicly this and that. Hey, to each his own. But if I was Jamal, I wouldn't show up to shit. Jamel Charlo is a disrespectful dude, JJ. He's super disrespectful. And the way he disrespected his brother Jamal, the way he wasn't even trying to help his brother Jamal when all that went down. He had this girl and Jamal girl fighting instead of him and Jamal going to get the dude who slapped the black off his face. I'm talking about slapped him so hard, slapped Jamal so hard, took his hairline back about 3 inches. I'm just saying, though. I don't got no respect for that. That's why I want Canelo to beat I know he going to beat him, but I want Canelo to beat the hell out this guy for all his antics. He playing nice, but he want to talk shit to Crawford and downgrade Crawford and whoop. I don't like that. But then you want to have this nice energy with Canelo. Yeah.
Hey, despite everything you just said, how sweet would it be? Like, just big picture movie theater of the unexpected type shit to see Jermell beat Canelo and then his brother come in the ring and them just hug it out and cry and say, I'm proud of you, bro. If that were to happen, that would be the moment of the year for me, not just in boxing, but in all the sports. But, that's huge.
I mean, that would be a big moment, but Jermell, he showed his personality ain't like that. Like, this dude act like he got more love for Earl Spence than his own brother.
Well, we don't know what went on behind the scenes, though, dog.
Behind the scenes,
for them to those brothers being tight, for them to just completely like
but have we seen Jamal come out and say anything but positive things about his brother? Don't we see Jamal posting nothing but positive things about his brother, been posting everything about this fight? I ain't heard Jamal say nothing. So if I'm wrong, then let the information present me in my general big fish voice. What I've seen is Jermell Charlo being super disrespectful to his brother, man. Super.
Bro, I wish I had the clip, but Jamal said something the other day that broke my heart. He said, I'm undefeated, but I feel like I've lost everything because I don't talk to my parents. I don't talk to my twin. And he said he's just been swimming in the ocean and getting his mind right. But that shit broke my heart, bro.
Yep.
I mean, for your twin brother, y'all shared the womb. Since y'all's moment of existence, not even life after 9 months, since y'all became existed in y'all's mama's womb. And to see that.
And that's why I want Canelo to whoop his ass, because his brother, Jamal Charlo, We know mental health is real, JJ. He going through some things.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being encouraging and reaching out to your brother, you want to diss him on the national stage and say this. Man, when they asked you something about your brother, you should have said next question. Or, next question. You shouldn't even answer that question, right? He's talking about how he's so trained with the media. Well, I can't tell because you wanted us to know that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what if he lose this fight? What if he get knocked out unconscious and he gonna want his brother dead?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I hope that shit all works itself out because I hate to see that.
Me too. But I'm going for Canelo. Well, it ain't just me going for him. I think he's a better fighter and he gonna win. But I want Canelo to hit him with one of them key uppercuts, from Street Fighter.
Well, dog. Well, there you have it, bro. We're gonna wrap it up. That was your PBC Canelo-Charlo Undisputed versus Undisputed on Showtime pay-per-view. Y'all got to check it out. It's gonna be a good event. But yeah, we hit the card. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We ask if you guys haven't yet, please hit that like button. Please hit that notification button. We're trying to get our views up, guys. We're trying to get our views up. So we appreciate everybody.
Our views up on everything else, they say.
Hell yeah, it's crazy.
But with YouTube, but that's okay, YouTube. We're going to keep pounding and pounding.
Knocking on the door. Let us in.
We keep coming. We coming.
All right, man. Well, Corey, have an excellent rest of your Friday. I'm sure we're going to talk tomorrow for the fight. Until then, dog, tell the family hi. We'll holler at you later, bro.
Salute.
This is JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.